It's kind of a video blog about my getting of unlimited data. So, uh, for those of you who want to know about streaming and setting up IRL and what kind of service to get in America, pay attention. That's what we're going to talk about right now for the next 5 minutes. I'm not going to make a very long video, but doing these little videos is actually easier than writing about it. So I'm just going to keep doing these small videos. Um, so here's the story. So this month I ran out of bandwidth, unlimited bandwidth. Verizon, I bought the personal Verizon, $60 a month. I bought the personal plan and I bought two of them some time ago and kind of wasted it. You know this. And I burned up all 100 gigabytes of premium data, which then throttles it back to, according to them, 600. It turns out to be between 6 and 9, according to our testing this last week. So I now have 8 days left to suffer through 720/30. 720. I really, really reduced. The most I can push is 1500, and you can throttle that in your Bella box so you don't get screen tearing and artifacts and stuff like that. But the quality is significantly less than it would be if you were pushing 10,000 kilobits per second and then getting down to 6 or 8 through OBS, which produces a really amazing stream even for mountain biking in the hills. And it's about to dry out, and we're going to be doing some more trail riding, so I really need that bandwidth. So I was like, well, what can I do? So I went to Verizon, and I said, look, I got this other modem. I got my third modem. I need to pay my other, $60 a month. So that's 3 times 60 per month to get, 300 megabits of, I'm sorry, is that right? Gigabits of unlimited data. Right. And I don't want to talk too much about this whole stupid marketing of unlimited data. It's not unlimited data at all. It's absolutely limited. It's limited because it's completely limited. It's throttled to 600 kilobits per second. And the whole point of getting it is so that I can actually stream. And you can't do a decent stream. You absolutely cannot stream under 1,000 kilobits per second. But, at all. Even with 720. But if you get over that, and that's why you have to have two modems, by the way. If you have two modems, you pair them. And then even if you're in a really low, signal area, as long as you have at least some signal, you can, combine two 500 gig, kilobits per second, you get 1,000, you can at least, people can see you and hear you. If you don't do that, you can't. You can't stream at all. This is why people who stream from their phone and everything, and they only have one device, they make sure to stay in really strong signal areas. But people like me who want to go off trail or, through these F spots, they need to be able to do these other things. So if you want to get into IRL streaming, you've got to make sure you understand about teaming modems. Now, typically, people will team at least two modems because in case one goes down, then they got the other one, and that usually gets you over 1,000. Because even throttled, two modems is I can still do a stream, and today I'm about to go do a stream, a very low quality stream. It really sucks too because it's a beautiful Easter weekend. Okay, so this is how my story goes. So I went to Verizon this morning. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get $60 of bandwidth, an extra $60. I'm gonna buy another 100 gigabytes, and then that should carry me through the next 8 days. But then I figured then I had to buy a device to get it because they won't sell you a SIM card. And in fact, the SIM cards that I'm running in my Nighthawks right now are technically kind of outlaws because I have decided that I wanted to test it and I'd already paid the crap for these. Do not buy the Inseego modems; they're absolute shit. And I'm still paying money to pay off these Inseego modems that I bought it with. I mean, the way to do this is to actually pay the least amount of money for you possibly can for a device to get if you're doing the personal one, and you get the data, and then you get your 100 gigabytes of data, which is the most they'll give you on the personal accounts. Believe me, we're going somewhere with this. We're going to go look at the business accounts here in just a second. And so the bottom line, the most you can do as an IRL streamer using personal without qualifying for the business account is 100 gigabytes unlimited data, and then throttle back to 600 after you use that up, which for me at 4 hours a day is about 3 weeks, turns out, right? So that leaves me with a week and a half of not covered, of crappy IRL outdoor streaming if I was going to do this. Obviously, none of this would be even possible if I were a full-time 8-hour-a-day live streamer. And honestly, even though I'm not doing that right now, I want the ability to be able to do that eventually. So I need to know how much it's going to cost. It would be really great if it was truly unlimited, but obviously it's not unlimited. So is there an option out there that was unlimited? So I went to Verizon and I said, listen, I got this problem. What do you suggest? And they said, and by the way, right before that, I was in Rational IRL chat, and I read, "Has anybody got Verizon Unlimited?" And somebody said that they bought a business account through T-Mobile and a business account through Verizon, and they used two modems, and both of the business accounts are truly unlimited. Those are the words the person used in the Discord, and I was like, "This is very intriguing. How do I get this?" And so you got to understand, I've done everything with Verizon. I've taken their stupid little resident home internet connection thing, and I've tried to turn it into a you know an offering that I could put on my bike and this big ass thing. It turns, but see, so now let's look at what's possible. So as a personal account, you know, the best I could probably do would be three modems at 100 gigabytes each, limited to like 6 or 7 hours a day, and then reduce the quality of my streams for the remaining days, or overall reduce the quality of all the streams significantly, so that, particularly for mountain biking, where it's not an issue, right? So the problem is that everybody in my streams over the last 2 or 3 weeks has gotten really used to the super duper high quality that I've been pushing, and I finally unlocked how to produce the highest quality IRL stream, even on a bike. And a lot of people have different ideas about this, and they've done different things, and some people have really good service where they're at. But I believe I've truly unlocked the secret to doing mountain bike streaming as long as you've got a signal. But my limitation is data. So let's actually look at the mountain bike thing now. I mean, not the business stuff. So if you look at the business stuff, yeah, we're not going to talk about the AT&T crap. Just don't even think about it. AT&T will destroy you. I paid $470, $460, something like that, in overage charges for something like 10 or 20, gigabytes over. Don't even think about it, right? This whole idea of like pairing multiple providers, T-Mobile is absolute shit. I've lost so much money on T-Mobile, getting locked into plans and buying devices that I had to pay off even to get out of the plan. Just stay the hell away from T-Mobile. I'm telling you, stay the hell away from them. They are absolute disaster. Um, uh, so yeah. And so this is the account, I believe, that I found identified here that they are using for business. Now, the problem is you can't even get them to talk to you. So if you go into the Verizon store, they're there to push and to sell personal stuff. So none of them there make any commission on the business stuff. So I drove through multiple lights to go to the Verizon store to buy a SIM card from them for the thing, and then to talk to them about the business account. And they handed me some guy's card, and they said, "Bye-bye. Go call him, and he's not here on business." And so I texted him immediately. I said, "My stream's down. I need to get a business account. I need your attention as soon as possible." So the priority for the business accounts is like, I already know that, right? They treat you like a business, like, it's Easter week, I'm not gonna do anything. Yeah, the whole store is like teaming with people there to help sell you personal accounts, because they know the consumer facing end of Verizon is like going to be really busy today. But when it comes to the business accounts, nothing. Yeah. Oh, it's a business account. We're not going to talk to you unless it's Monday through Friday. Okay, my business is dying right now because I can't cover the Easter weekend, and I wanted to go see a church service, and now I can't stream it because I don't have any bandwidth. Sucks to be me. So there is hope, though, and the hope is this. The hope is that this 200 megabits per second, which is the maximum speed, right? So the speed is capped. Who cares? I'm never going to touch that kind of speed. This is speed. This is not. Speed is not an issue for IRL streamers. It's not. Speed is not the issue. Speed, it's about the data, the amount of data you can spend. Your business account, yeah. So the unlimited data here, this says unlimited data, and we don't know what that means, right? This is 200 megabit download upload. This is incredibly good. But how do you buy it? I don't know. And if you're here on this call, on this video, if you're here to get answers, what I need to tell you is I don't have the answers, but I have read people who do have the answers. So the day after I was told by my wife, you need to make sure to post some sort of profit so that the government thinks you're actually a business and you're not just a hobby, because if you get a hobby, you can't deduct or anything. And so I'm, according to the government, I'm a business. So I should be able to prove to Verizon that I'm a business. And if I, at least not me, but my other one. And then there's the question of like, how do I get rid of the personal accounts, right? The only way to get rid of the personal accounts is going to be to buy out of those stupid ass modems. I'm so upset about that. But I know that that's the only way to get out of those plans because I have money left on the stupid modems. They're sitting in my drawer. I don't even use them because they're absolute shit. Any of the Inseego modems are horrible compared to the Nighthawk. So, um, so where does that leave me? It leaves me waiting around to hear back from the business people of Verizon and possibly to add. I have one modem that does not have a SIM card. So I should be able to buy a business account, $70, which is only $10 more. I got to tell you, if this turns out to be true, I'm going to be kind of angry because I could have been doing this for 3 years. But for some reason I didn't, and for some reason I didn't know about the business account. I don't know why. To be fair, the post about having a business Verizon account in the Discord was made in like last month. So there's no other hits in the searching of the Rational IRL Discord for Verizon plans, unlimited plans at all. So all of my research that I've done over the last 3 years to try to get the best possible plan that was unlimited, and all of the faffing about trying to decide whether I want a live view or not because it's truly unlimited, all comes down to not knowing about Verizon. So Verizon has absolutely the best coverage. AT&T's got a little bit of better rural coverage in this area, but I am never ever doing anything with AT&T again after they don't have any plans. But the AT&T has no plans to handle anything in this area. AT&T might have a business plan, but I don't think they'll even look at me. But that would be something to think about. What are you doing, Maluba? Channel the anger to longer ride. I'm going to go to the news account bandwidth. Yes. You guys are having fun with me tonight. Which Nighthawk modem? The M6. People will recommend you the M5. I like the M6. It's the latest. It covers some of the bands and stuff that are not covered by the other modems. It's a $900 modem though, so get ready. A bad business manager. Well, I'm not a bad business manager. I am a busy person who has a full-time job and also streams 6 hours a day. So I'm capable of being the world's best business manager if I have the time. I really am. I am. I proved it. I was booking cruise director. I know how to, okay, I don't want to look trolls. We're still recording. So 200 megabits per second for business. Site, I don't want to hear it, Jalopy. Don't give me shit about that. Not right now. And nobody wants to talk about what I'm talking about right now. They just want to have fun with me. Sounds about right. So anyway, Verizon Business looks like the one. If you're watching this video and you just want to, rail on me for being a bad business manager, fine. But if you have anything positive to say about Verizon Business, please let me know. And that's why I'm making the video. The reason I'm making this video is it's kind of a call to arms. Please let me know if you've ever had a successful Nighthawk modem with a SIM card on the business account at $70 a month, and is it truly unlimited, and has that ever been an issue? That's the real reason for this video, and the other part of it is just me trying to get you to feel sorry for me. That's all. Goodbye.